check. They can hear me. It's easy to deceive. Yeah. Maybe I'll go on Instagram as well. Chat is quiet. Is it public? Unlisted. Why would it do that? That's so annoying. There we go. Hello. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I've been sat here for a few minutes, and then for some reason it made the stream unlisted, which it's been public for the last 10 times that I've done it. So I didn't realise it wasn't coming on. So I wonder if I can make the camera a bit higher. I think there's a bit better. That's a bit better, isn't it? Hello. Yeah, I'm tempted to go on Instagram as well. If my phone will stay up. Is that good? No, it's not. Never mind. We'll stick to YouTube. Yes, on here. I had it unlisted for the first few minutes without realising. I'll only be like half an hour or something. It's very hot today. And I'm very tired. The heat's really knocked me out. I think it's been like 30 something, 37, 38 degrees. Although in the car, Laura will confirm, I think it was 49 or 50 in the car or something stupid like that. Big hot, no aircon, black, leather interior. Too hot to sit down. I had to turn using my fingers. Yeah, the crowns are new. Never seen those before. Wonder what it means. I'll hover over it and it says, oh, top fans. Oh, you have XP. Okay. So Ilias is the #1 fan, 75 XP. And Josie is 50 XP in second place. 19. No, it's 37 or something, maybe more. I think it went at 38. It's 35 at the moment. It's backwards, but you get the idea. And in the car, it was either 49 or 50 when we got back in the car. It was hot, like miserably hot. England. Although 19 in England kind of feels like a solid 25, 26. It's a lot more humid there. It's still not completely dry here, so it's hot. Like you walk out and it's the shade, and it's like, oof. And then you walk into the sun, and it's like a gunshot. Madness. 0 XP. Oh well, you'll get some more XPs, however you get them. 17 here, but it was worse earlier and humid. Yeah. I'd take 17 though, even if it was humid. Laura, what did it say on the car? Was it 49 or 50? It was something really stupid like that in the car. Very, very stupid. There's no wind in Brandenburg. This is one thing I've learned. Like they say, oh, it's a bit of a wind today, and it's like it's hardly even a mild breeze. Like it's basically still. So it's hot. It's really, really hot. And you know that because you can ride a motorbike with your visor up and it's like, it's fine, apart from the bugs. Every comment you get 25 XP, that's good. That might encourage people to do some chatting. 49 there, 49 degrees in the car. Can we just think about that for a moment? That is really hot. The seats were like, it was actually too hot to sit down. You're going to get kicked off for spam. Top fans. I think it's maybe every engaging message, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why Karen's not appeared on there, though, because you've messaged a few times. Weird. Hello, hello. A quick live stream tonight for people who've just joined. I'm not going to do it for too long. It's too hot to concentrate. Luckily, it's nice and cool in here, in the darkness. Oh yeah, AC doesn't work in this car, so it needs to be regassed. The AC. It's the car's from 1998, so it's not exactly new. So yeah, it needs to be regassed, and the fact that it's ran out of gas, it could be that there's a leak. So if there is a leak, then if I regas it, it's only going to go anywhere. So they need to regas it with a dyed gas, so that when it leaks, if it does, they can see where that dyed gas is. The good thing is, if the car did work, in principle, then the refrigerant they use for that car is the stuff they use in industrial freezers. It's not your normal NC11 dash whatever, some sort of weird stupid name. It's like the old-fashioned one that basically it's so cold that like almost like dry ice comes out of the vents. But yeah, so the AC doesn't work. The car is old, and worse than that, when you go past like 30 kilometers an hour, and this gets more intense, by the way, the heaters are permanently on the feet. So hot air blows even when everything's turned off to your feet. So it's like everything is horrible about it. I'm actually having slight second thoughts about my car. As much as I love it, it is proving a little bit. It's hot, and then also it's really, really expensive to run. We worked out to get to England and back for Christmas. It's going to be 1,000 euros because it costs like 40 or 50 euros just to get to Berlin and back. It's like eye-wateringly expensive. So there is that. Even with LPG, it does like 24 liters per 100 kilometers. It's real bad, but it looks cool and it's fun to drive. But you know, it is hell on wheels. Yeah. That is the only way to describe it, actually. And I said that the leather seats were so hot. Like I jumped in and then jumped out. It actually hurts. I can't. Yeah, it's indescribable. I've never had it, and they're like white or like cream, really light cream leather seats. So yeah, it's got an LPG system because LPG is cheaper than benzene. So you can get it for €1 a liter. So it's like, what's that? 60% cheaper, or not quite 60% cheaper, like maybe 40% cheaper than what it is for normal fuel, but it's less than 40% less economical or whatever. Like, so it basically, the fuel would have to be like 20 cents for it to be equivalent to a normal car. It's very thirsty. It's the only car I've ever had that when you're on the Autobahn and you're doing like 110, 120, I don't go any faster than that because I'm fucking terrified about how much it's going to cost. You can actually see the fuel gauge go down. Like you can actually see it go down. Like you just stare at it for, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds. It moves. I've never seen it physically moves. It's madness, but it looks cool. And the only one for sale on eBay Kleinanzeigen is like 11,000 euros. So potentially I've made some money on it if I do decide to sell it. But we're thinking about it because the trip to Europe, just trip to England every year at Christmas is very important to us. And if that's going to cost me 1,000 euros, then it's a lot less tempting to do that. And I like the drive. It's part of the whole thing. I don't go faster than 110 because it's too expensive. I say 24 liters per 100 kilometers. Like, that is insane. I mean, that's mostly around town. I think on the Autobahn, it does about 16 liters per 100 kilometers, between 16 and 18. But that is not, that's a UK equivalent of maybe like 18 mpg or something. Oh my God, it's awful. But yeah, it looks cool. It does look cool. and it's big. You know, I like the size of it. It should have a diesel. I don't know why it doesn't have a diesel. It's yeah. I do need kit from Knight Rider. I'm all up for having something cool and unique. The only downside is I've had cool and unique cars and bikes my whole life, and there's a reason why sometimes things are unique and you don't see very many of them. It's because most people aren't stupid enough to buy them or own them, if they're even still around. So I have a lot of problems. I can't tell you how many times I've repaired my motorbike at the side of the road, my old ones. I once, on the way to college, my bike stopped working and I had to take the carburetor off. I always have spanners with me. And I took the carburetor off, I disassembled it, I cleaned all the jets, and I put it all back together again just to get me to college. And I had to do the same thing to get me back. Pain. My range on it's an 85 litre tank, fuel tank, really big. My range is 350 kilometers on 85 litres. It's bad. It's real bad. So yeah, it's pretty terrible. In my old BMW diesel, I could get loads. I could get 2,000 kilometers on a single tank of 70 liters. Exactly. It's a big shit box. It's cool. It's a really cool vehicle. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but it's like a really cool. Yeah, it's a really big tank, and it actually has a 95 liter LPG tank as well. So there's 175 liters of fuel you can put in it. It's less of a shit box and more of like a shit house. It's fucking massive. It's really, really big, which is quite fun. You know, it's nice to sort of drive off road and stuff like. And anything's off road. Like you go on a curb, don't even know you're on the curb. Like it just bounces all over it. It's just good fun. It's very expensive, and it fits all the gear in just the boot. That is a full drum kit. So a full drum kit. So that's like a kick, a floor tom, a rack tom, snare, cymbals, like all the cymbals, all the stands. Three guitars, 88 key keyboard, 100 t-shirts, like a big box of merch, all that kind of stuff. It just fits in the boot. So that's pretty cool. And right, I'll tell you one thing. I don't have my BMW anymore. I did have it for a long time, and I fucking loved that car. It was an older one, and it was just bulletproof. I sold it to buy a really, really new Golf R, which was good fun, but I do kind of miss the BMW. The BMW indicators are different to any other car I have ever driven. They don't work like a normal indicator. I kind of get why people don't use them. They're really annoying. So they don't, like this is your indicator stalk on your steering wheel, and what normally happens is tick, 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 and it does it, and you go around the corner and it goes bonk. That is not what happens on a BMW. It goes like that. So you press it, and it goes boop, right back to the middle. And you think, oh God, it's not on. You press it again and it does it. You push it the other way, it indicates the other way. You push it the other way, it indicates it. It just goes back to the middle after every time you touch it. And it's like, So yeah, BMWs. Don't get one. Unless it's got the M47 diesel engine in. Then it will go forever. No, my car is a Nissan R50. Let's see if I can find a photo of it somewhere. Adobe Lightroom. I'm very proud. It's this thing. If it'll focus. Kind of focus. It's like 2.5 meters wide and 5.5 meters, 6 meters long or something stupid. 5.5 meters long and very tall. It's almost the same height as me. Almost the same height. I think it's about 1.85 m and I'm 191. So it's pretty big. Yeah, they do have indicators. They're just a pain to use. It's a really cool looking car. The good thing about it is that it's like, it looks classic. It's got a really classic look to it, but actually it's not, it's a 1998. So it's not quite a classic. Like it's not like your 70s or 80s or even earlier cars. It has like a Bluetooth radio fitted in it and stuff. It has airbags and it has cruise control, and it's not like a complete tin to be in. It's really comfy and really bouncy. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's just the shame about the engine. It's horribly underpowered and it's so thirsty. Like, oh God, it's ridiculous. But it tows well. When I bought the motorbike, we borrowed a trailer, and I'd never towed anything. So I put a trailer on the back, and it drove as if there wasn't even a trailer on there. It's really good. A classic is 25 years. Yeah, I think there's different perspective of what a classic is. I think by law, a classic is 30 years because then you can get a H-reg in Germany. Well, maybe it's 25. I was thought it's 30. In England, it's 40 years. Or maybe it's 30 actually. It's either 30 or 40, but you don't need to pay. There's no TÜV and there's no tax. There's no anything when you have a classic vehicle. 2007 Touran. Yeah, those things are great. I love those. And the 2-litre diesels are fantastic. Yeah, they're good cars. I almost bought one actually before I bought this because it's just a Golf platform, isn't it? It's a Golf estate, I think, but they just make the roof higher. And yeah, it's a cool platform, and it's a little bit bigger boot than some others because it's a bit taller. So it's the same length as a Golf estate, a Golf combi, but you get more vertical room, which makes a big difference when you're putting drum kits in and stuff in the back. Dacias are cool. Dacias 140. That's not bad. See, 140 horsepower in a diesel is plenty enough because you've got all the torque. So it probably has a good 200 newton meters of torque, if not more. Mine only has 150, which is not enough because it's big. My old car had 300. That was quick. That was very, very quick. Oh, that's all you need. Goth power. Hell yeah. That's good. You don't need a lot. You just need torque. Torque is way more exciting than power. It's that because the torque is the initial acceleration that you would get when you put your foot down. So if you're in fourth gear, that pull that you get, or the push you get forward, that's your torque. And that's the exciting bit. Power, you don't get to the very, very end. You don't get that until the end of the rev range. So unless you're going to wring its neck out all the way, you probably don't even use all that power. Even in the Golf 300 horsepower, you didn't use it. Like, it even had a graph on the center screen, and basically you didn't use it unless you put your foot down for maybe like 4 or 5 seconds of like by the time it climbed through the full gear. And by that time, you're already going a bit too fast anyway. So torque is where it's at. Dodge. I almost bought a Dodge Ram, and I'm really glad I didn't. Because knowing how expensive my Nissan is on fuel, the Dodge Ram actually that I was going to get was the 5.9 Magnum, and that I mean, even just saying that makes my wallet lighter. Yeah, the Dacia Logans are pretty cool. Houses are good. I like big cars. The thing is, I always thought, having a big car is really annoying to drive because the roads are so small, and you got to park it and stuff and navigate traffic, and you just think, oh, you're not taking up too much room on the road. But then there's buses. Like, how do you think buses do it? Buses drive in like the tightest of the city streets, and they're a hell of a lot bigger, like wider, and obviously longer and taller than any car you're going to get. So if a bus can do it, then yeah, an SUV that can hold all your band stuff in can do it, no problem. A Dodge Ram can do it because it's tiny compared to a bus. The bus theory, it checks out every time. Oh yeah, you definitely need the space then. You get lots of dogs in the back. My old car had a dog net thing that you put up, so you put your dogs in the back, and it had a thing that covered the cargo space. And I never had a dog to use it, but I sometimes put it up so that people thought I might have a dog. I like to keep people on their toes. Yeah, I mean, it sounds about right on my car, to be honest. I say it's the only car ever where if I put 20 euros in, which is about 12 liters, I can maybe drive to like Bad Zaro and back 3 times, and then it's gone. Yeah, exactly. And if you can drive a bus on a road, in tiny roads as well, all around little streets, and the ones over here are the bendy buses, the ones with the accordion in the middle. If they can go on the roads, then there's absolutely no problem with with a longer car. But yeah, I tend to get a Volvo. That seems like a sensible idea. Oh man. We've talked about cars a lot on this live stream, and that is fine. I'm absolutely fine with. Oh, Laura is number one. You've jumped to the number one spot with 75 XP. I don't know how you've managed to get more XP. Maybe it's when I say your name, or maybe it's what? How do you get the things? Can I like gift XP? I can't afford an XC90. My budget is not that. I'm broke. Let's just get that out there. Yeah, I think my budget, if I sold this and put some money aside, I think I could probably get a V60. Not the new one, although it's absolutely gorgeous and I would love it. But maybe like a 2010, 2011 V60. They're about 6,000 or 7,000, and they're really nice, and they're long enough. They're not super big. I'd get like a V70 or even a V90 that you can get, the super duper long ones. I mean, the V70s they're pretty whopping at the back, but I don't want something that's too long because it is a bit of a pain. And also the V70s are lower. They're slightly lower to the ground. And what I really love about my car at the moment is that you don't like climb into it. You don't go like down into it. You just get into it because the seats are bum height. Like when you open the door, the seat is like an inch higher or a couple of centimeters higher than where your bum is. So you just sit in it. It's so nice not to like have to climb out of it. So yeah, I do enjoy that. And the V60s are slightly higher. I do like the V40 cross countries as well. They're a lot smaller, but they're pretty cool. Yeah, Hyundai are okay. I like the new ones, the very, very new ones. They've gone really boxy and they're fantastic. I really like them, but they're like 60,000. Rather buy a house, if I'm honest, rather than a Hyundai. Yeah, I don't know how this thing works. Maybe you're only allowed 75 XP per live stream or like per hour. Maybe someone can Google it. Maybe someone knows. Yeah, time frame thing. I was thinking that like maybe within the first every half an hour it resets or something so that constantly talking gets it. Hey, if you want to buy a house for 60,000, there's hundreds of them for sale in Germany. You just have to live in the middle of fucking nowhere. Or if you want to go to the UK, you can basically live in Blackburn for like 20,000 if you really want to. There's some really cheap houses in Blackburn. You can get a massive 4-bed, 4-reception room Victorian house in Blackpool for like 120. Or you can buy my car. You can sleep in that instead. Always tempted by that van life thing, but never enough. Never enough to really tempt me. I just want a garage. I want to be able to work on my car. It's very stupid that you can't. I know, yeah, no one wants to live in Blackburn. There are some nice areas around Blackburn, like some genuinely beautiful houses around, like in the area of Blackburn, and they're. I mean, they can be a bit more expensive, but and actually Blackburn itself is very pretty on the outskirts. It's just the middle of it is awful. Yeah, caves are fine. Nothing wrong with a cave. I like a good cave. 600,000. Jesus Christ. I think here maybe 250 for like a detached property. Through to like 450, 500 max, absolute max for something whopping, I think. Yeah. But at least they're all detached here. All the houses here are detached for the most part. I mean, well, 99% of them compared to England where everything is attached to everything else. So you get a bit more land. That's all I want. I want a bit of land. I want to be able to work on my car because you're not allowed to work on your car in Germany. in the parkplatz in the street. Apparently, not allowed to do it. So that's annoying. You can hire a garage, I think, like a rental thing, but I haven't been able to find one. So if anyone knows one, if anyone knows anywhere in Germany, I don't mind driving, but like of a good stuff. I've read your message. A good garage that I can rent so I can work on my car. If not, I'll just sort of park it up in a dark corner. I was tempted to drive it into the middle of a forest and do it there. The good thing about the car is it doesn't need to be jacked up to change the oil. You can just go underneath it because it's so tall. You can fit underneath it, no problem. But I did work on the old car here, and yeah, they weren't too pleased with it, I don't think. I want to change my oil and change my gearbox oil and my filters. That's all I want to do. Yeah, quite near me. It is. It's around the corner. Stadtfest this weekend, by the way. Anyone's coming to that? Is there? Yes, that's what I want. I want to do it myself. I'm not allowed to do it on the street, so I want to do it. And Stuttgart, I mean, we can get there in like 10 minutes. So, if you know what it's called, then yeah, send me a link to it. Be good to know. Is it expensive to do? I don't know how long I need it for. Probably not very long. But it'd also be nice to try and find out where the... yeah, cool, thank you. I have a vacuum leak somewhere. I need to try and find where that is. So it'd be good to try and do that as well. Yeah, Stadtfest is this weekend, by the way. For people that are coming and people that... If you have nothing to do on Saturday, then you have no excuse but to come to Fürstenwalde and go to Stadtfest. Because it's going to be great. It's free. Fürstenwalde is a very nice town. There's lots of places to stay if you don't live in the area. You can stay overnight somewhere. And the hotels are pretty cheap as well. So you should do that. And we're going to be playing for a full hour and hanging around the place. Be nice to do a show so close to home. I might walk. No excuse, Josie. You have to come. How many hours are you? You're 2.5, 3 hours? 3 hours, maybe? Plenty of time. As long as you finish before, like, what, 16? You're good. We'll see you there. 141 kilometers. That's not very far. So you should come. Trying to get as many people as possible to the Stadtfest. Okay, I can email them about it. My WhatsApp is reset and I'm very sad about it. Oh, 15 to 20. Ew. Yes, we do. Or might have to shout it. Because I can't pause the backing track. So unless we allot the perfect amount of time it takes to sing it, it might be worth shouting it on the count of 3. I will send you those photos in a minute. I need to look through properly. $450 kilometers, no problem. Autobahns are unrestricted. If you travel, you know, I mean, even just 150 kilometers an hour, you get there in 3 hours. But maybe put your foot down, see how fast you're. I think those 2-liter Turans they could probably do about 200, 210. Get there in 2 hours if you. I'll buy you a beer. Actually, I'll probably give you a free beer. I think our backstage room is in the brewery, the old brewery, so we have free beer. Good, yeah. Take the bus. I don't know how frequently the bus comes back, but yeah. Oh, then don't bring the wife. Problem solved. Or do. I mean, it'd be nice to have more than one person there. Bribery exists. 2 beers? 3. I won't get any more than 4. We need people. We also need people for the UK tour. So if anyone wants to book flights to London, then you all should do that. Just walk. Yeah, I mean, it's probably walkable. Yeah, we play on the Sunday, so it's like 13th July. You'll cover the 5th beer, cool. Family duty, no problem. Family is important. If you fly from Berlin, Brandenburg on this day, and then fly back on this day, how much is that? I'm seeing flights for 160 euros, and you can come and see us in London. It's nice, a good investment. If you flew back on the Tuesday, it's even cheaper. Any idea what day you'll be heading to the UK in August? No, I don't actually. I think I found out we play on the Friday. Yeah. We'll probably have to fly in. We could probably get away with flying Friday morning because there is a morning flight, but it's a very early morning flight, and the trains stop running at midnight, so we'd have to stay overnight on a bench, which is not ideal. So we'll see. I need to book the flights anyway for that. That's on my list of things to do tomorrow. Bad Touch Guy is coming to see us in London. Excellent. Good. Yeah, you should. Dali. I don't know what Dali is, but it sounds very exciting. Yeah, tickets have a little bit picked up on the UK tour front. Glasgow hasn't. We sold one ticket, one more ticket, don't worry, one more ticket since the last live stream, which is also the only ticket we sold in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No one's coming to Glasgow, but that's fine. It's not fine. I'm very sad about it, but you know, London's picked up. Bristol is fine. Gateshead is fine. It's just, yeah, Glasgow's not fine. Nothing fine about Glasgow. What is Dali? What is Dali, guys? I'm really, I feel out of touch. Dali. Dali? Oh, private bus. It's coming up with like dish soap. Not dish soap, like clothing detergent. That's all I know about that. Oh, good. That's good to know. Yes, no worries. I'm actually going to end the stream soon. We're just having a talky session. It's not going to be too long. I was only going to do half an hour, but I wasn't paying attention to the time. It's very hot here. It's been like 38 something degrees. So, yeah, I'm a bit tired. I did go into the, I went into the water. That was fun. We played ball in the water, but my t-shirt got very, very wet, up to my stomach. And I think it's actually still a little bit damp. You can kind of see it's a bit darker. Next show's in Bavaria. It'll be the Diary of Dreams tour. I think, is that right? Or did we discuss this last time? I think maybe we. discussed it last time and there was not a show near you, but I mean, yeah, Munich is probably going to be only near one. Stuttgart, maybe. Frankfurt. Yeah, probably Dire Dream stuff. If not, there'll be a headline tour after that. I've lost my things. There it is. No, it's been hot. I was telling people before, it was 49 degrees in the car. 49. Emphasizing that. I need some sympathy. It was fucking hot. Absolutely horrific. I couldn't bring myself to get in the car. I stood outside it for about 5 minutes thinking, I just can't go in. Yeah, some local press in Glasgow would be good. I have posted in some local groups, musicians groups and stuff to let people know we're there. Also to look for a support band because we still can't find a support band, which is really annoying. Just actually, my dad, just while you're there, my phone, as you know, I've told about it before, it is a Nothing phone, English company, and they've just launched their first Bluetooth full-size headphones, and they're pretty good at this kind of stuff, like doing stuff right. They have partnered with Kef for their over-ear headphones. I mean, I just spoke about Kef last time because of the speakers that I bought that are here. A not very well-known company because they're very, very, like they only deal in very high-end systems. But yeah, they're partnered with Kef to make basically Kef headphones that last for 85 hours on a single charge, which is nuts. So yeah, they're very expensive. I mean, yeah, for the most part, I think they're 300 euros or something. So they're like proper things, but yeah, Kef's biggest. And hello, Alina. Welcome to the stream. We've been chatting. That is all we're going to do today. We're not going to do any music. The stream will end in about, let's say, 8 minutes. It's hot. It's hot and I'm tired. Yeah, they're nothing. They look really cool as well, don't they? They've got a really good style to them because I've got they don't have the glyphs that my phone had. I like my little glyph things. But they've got that same sort of style to them, 85 hours of battery, and Kef collaboration. Kef make the best speakers in the world. Crazy. Yeah, Another Thursday can't do it. We did ask them, but they can't do any of the shows, which is a bit of a shame. They would have been nice to have on board. We have no one for Glasgow. I have one band lined up, potentially, that I will contact today. I was waiting to hear back from Stephen as to whether or not he'd managed to find someone. He hasn't, so... yeah, Nothing phone. This is I'm very proud of my Nothing phone. I've got the 3A Pro. I can highly recommend this. They've just released their new Nothing phone, the Nothing Phone 3, literally yesterday or today, and it's actually not very good because it's a flagship phone. It's like 700-800 euros, and it's nowhere near as good as any of the other flagship ones out there, and they got rid of all the glyphs and all the cool things about it, and it doesn't have a good camera like this one. So there you go. Save your money. Buy the 3A Pro. This was, I think, 399 euros for the Pro one. It's so good. It lasts forever. I charged it this morning. I've been using it all day. It's on 71%, and it will, I can probably don't need to charge it for another 2 or 3 days. And the camera is insane. It's such a nice quality camera. Really, really good. Oh yeah, I know he suggested that. I've been talking to him. We're on the same page with it. So yeah, I can recommend the Nothing phone. Really, really good. Great camera. Really good camera. Mostly the zoomy lens. They mounted this sort of middle one here. The lens is actually sideways. It's a sideways periscope lens. So the lens is like essentially like that thick. So it would normally stick out loads on the phone, but they put it sideways with a prism. So it means you can optical zoom 6 times, which is quite impressive for a phone. And yeah, the battery is amazing. And the speaker, like phone speakers are crap, like notoriously. But I listen to some music on this, and like I'm really shocked every time I do it. I'm like, why does it sound so good? It's really cool. I got a video of Laura on the, you might have seen it on the story. And just like the quality of the depth of field that you get. I got this nice photo of Laura. I'll show her off on the thing. But you can just see like the depth that you get, like with the Fogel effect in the background. It's just super, super cool. Yeah, really good. And it's a really big screen as well. It's like a 6.8-inch screen. So it's like, I don't think I have my old phone here, but it's a lot bigger than most other phones. So it's cool. Zero complaints. Absolutely love it. I'm not a big phony person anyway. I don't like lots of crazy fancy features. I never use them. But yeah. Yes. The story thing. No, it's filmed on my phone. It's so good. Like the quality, you get that like really natural field of view, and because it's not zooming in digitally, so you zoom in digitally, you just stretch the photo. So from your perspective, the person is the same distance away. So, like for example, if you take a photo of me from here, you will not be able to see my ears, right? And my face will be quite narrow because of the. If you think of it like a cone, I'm quite forward on that cone. But when you can step back and physically move the lens forward using a lens, using a proper zoom lens, it makes the photo wider, so you can see my ears, for example. I'm not using it as a terrible example. My ears aren't that great. It's more the principle that you end up with a much flatter image and less of like a fisheye image that you would normally get, and it means that you can do really good stuff with the lens flow throws and get some really nice effects on it as well. And then you can macro shit like really nicely, and the little light that comes up, there's a little timer, so I can set a timer up, and the light gets smaller and smaller and smaller, almost like a progress bar as it gets it. It's cool. It's very good. Yeah, we get good. I mean, you can kind of see my ears anyway because I have quite big ears, but yeah, it's really good. I genuinely have no complaints about it whatsoever. I like all the features on it, and it charges really fast. I think like it charges in like 35 minutes or something like that from 0. So 20 minutes in the charger, just that's all you need to do in a day, and it goes all the way up to 100, and then yeah, it's cool, and it's cheap. Because it doesn't have all the nonsense you don't use. It doesn't have the wireless charging, which you never use. It doesn't have the latest, greatest processor in it for gaming, because I never game on it. So why would I ever need that? So it kind of saves money where it's not important, you know? So it's cool. That's my pitch. Thank you for listening to my phone review. It's good. Trust me. Unless you get it and it's shit, in which case I had nothing to do with it. You purchase stuff at your own risk. I'm going to end the stream here, I think. Right, and I'm actually going to touch on this point. You'd think there's more room for piercings. I have the smallest earlobes ever. This is one of the things, you kind of see it there. There's fucking nothing there. When the woman pierced my ear, she like really struggled because she's like, you've got basically no earlobes. I was like, thanks. So this, it's only because I've had this in for so long, it makes it look like I have one, but I actually don't. You can kind of see on this side, there's nothing there. Anyway, so not a lot of room for piercings. Also, had an ear piercing, almost fainted, so never anymore. Same thing with the tattoo. Have a tattoo, big regret. Not regret, I love it. Just in the sense of not an enjoyable experience. We'll never do it again. I've learned my lesson. It was a very painful lesson, but yeah. Not good. It was 3 hours of pain, non-stop pain and complaining. I was a wuss. I was the weakest person ever. I complained the whole time through. I apologized for complaining. I just kept saying, ow, 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 ow. Why is this hurting? And they're all like, oh yeah, you get used to it after a little while. Nope. 3 hours later, hurts just as much. Pain. That's all I have to say about that. Not good with pain, it turns out. Which is bad because I hit my toe on the table 3 times this morning. Anyway, I think I've said my piece. Yeah, it's all your fault. I've inherited it. No, I didn't. I was not asleep. I wish was. You know what? And my dad will agree with this as well. If I could just go to sleep and they could do it on me, then it would be no problem. I would have so many tattoos. And the same thing with the dentist. If you could put me asleep, you can do whatever you want. You can take them all out and move them around, or I don't care. If I'm asleep, you fix whatever you need to fix. But they won't do it. They give you some, some numbing shit or whatever. No, just send me asleep and you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, I don't want to be awake for it. It hurts. It's spooky. I don't like it. Just put me asleep and then to get on with it and wake me up when it's done. Like, that's what I want from life. So if I ever pass out at any point and I'm on the floor, please carry me to the nearest dentist and just say, look, he's given me permission to do this. Fix everything. That's fine. You can do this. Everyone, I hereby give everyone permission to do that. Anyway, on that very weird note, we've talked about ears, we've talked about teeth and tattoos. And a lot about cars, actually. I do apologise to people who don't like cars, but I do. So you know what? So do you. If anyone has a Volvo X60 they want to swap for a really, really cool SUV, hit me up. It has to be automatic. Can't be asked for gears anymore. I don't want leathers. I don't want leather seats. Leather seats are the worst. Leather seats are the worst. You used to pay more money when they invented cars. In fact, for a long time after they invented cars, you used to pay more money for cloth interior because leather was hard wearing and durable. It was meant for like more utilitarian uses, more practical uses. Cloth was reserved for the premium buyers. And in fact, in Japan, their top flagship cars they sell to their political elite and aristocrats, whatever, they all have cloth interiors. So I don't understand why it's a fucking selling point to have a leather interior. They suck. They're sticky when they're hot. They're sticky when they're cold. They burn you. They're just not good. Anyway, on that note, I'll see you later. Stratfest this weekend. Come to it. If you don't, I'll be sad. That's all. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you before then, new music coming soon, waiting for the mastering engineer to send that through, and when it does it will be scheduled for release. Next week there shall not be a live stream because I will be in England. So yes, auf Wiedersehen, see you guys later.